If I told you this was only gonna hurt.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Yellow diamonds in the light, and we're standing side by side. As the shadow crosses mine, what it takes to come alive. The way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go. Shine a light on open doors. Love a life I really find. Run away 'cause I need you more. Feel the heartbeat in my mind. The way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go.
You got me losing all my innocence. With every look, my eyes so vacant. A holy ghost, oh baby, you bring out the devil inside me. And when you sing your the lullaby, you take it sweet to love of paradise. When you get close, oh baby, you bring out the devil inside me. Bring out the devil inside me. Bring out the devil inside me. Down. When you sing your lost my innocence, but never lose my heart. So baby, oh baby,
No, you beat.
bring out the devil inside me.
Chinese setup on the way! Chowking delivery!
Catch these Lasmo brands on sale this August. Save up to 50% off on Nivea. Exclusive the Merv.
Sayang po TV. DJ Jordan. Sayang po TV. Sayang po TV.
Di ko naman akalain na di ko rin inaasahan pa na ang tulad mo ay aking makilala. Kung ano ako'y tanggap mo na, hindi ka rin nag-alinlangan pa. Ikaw at ako'y hanggang wakas ay tayo ng dalawa. Lagi kang laman ng isip ko, laman ng bawat panaginip ko. Ikaw lang ang tinitibo. Lagi akong nagdarasal, pinagkita ng kahit tagal. Ikaw may parang ako'y ako sabay sa mahal. Taas mo lang sa ayoko nang uling nag-iisa. Pag nandyan ka na sa piling ko, okay saya. Kung ano ako'y tanggap mo na, hindi ka rin nag-alinlangan. Ako'y kang wakas ay tayo ng dalawa. At ito naman ang isip ko, ang pag-ibig ko, ang akit ko. Kung dasal, hinintay kita ng kahit tagal. Yan ang may kapal, ngayon abot, kamay na kita mahal. Lagi kang laman ng isip ko, laman ang bawat panaginip ko. Ikaw lang ang tinitibok ko. Lagi rin akong nagdarasal, hinintay ka na kahit tagal. Bigay ng may kapal, ngayon kamay na kita mahal. Lagi naman ang isip ko, paano ba ko? Ikaw lang ang tinitibo.
Yan, hello. That's my may problema yung street yard.
Hinintay kita ng kahit tagal. Bigay ng may kapal, ngayon abot, kamay na kita mahal.
Hindi ko makita yung comment na baba sa stream yard. Wala ko makala ko. Wala nagko-comment. Dinilip ko sa broadcast sa YouTube. Kami na palang comment. So, open ako lang sa YouTube. Para makita yung mga
Bigay ka ng may kapal.
Hello. Test mic, test. Shout out Ma'am Janet Alvarez, good morning. Kapres Sablawan, Sir Jackson Pao. Sir Efren Cruz, good morning po. Good evening dyan sa inyo sa US. Si Ma'am Janet Alvarez. Okay. Si Ma'am Chanel Castro, good morning po Ma'am Chanel Castro, good morning. Yan. Shout out po sa inyo dyan. Ayan, Maya Kabalit, Partner Paul. Sa lahat po ng Estonian, God first. Ayan. Ma'am Sheikh Rojas, good morning. Shout out po. Ma'am May Joy Shisu. Ma'am May Joy Shisu, good morning po. Well, Burn B, Burn Plus Pass. Good morning, shout out. Ayan. Ate Rowa J, hello. Shout out po ah. Ayan. Ma'am May Joy Shisu. Ayan. I think nag-iisip na yung putol-putol lang audio ko, Sir Jack Sparrow. Hanggang ngayon putol-putol. Ayan, putol-putol po ba audio ko? Putol-putol pa. Putol-putol, pero wade. Okay. Ako kailangan ko isaksak yung ano. Kailangan ko gumamit ng LAN cable. Naka-wifi kasi ako eh. Medyo malayo ako sa wifi. Hello, test mic, test. Ma'am Janet Alvarez, again, good morning, shout out. Ma'am May Joy Sisu, Ate Roye, and Sir Jack Sparrow, Ma'am Precious Sablawan, shout out po ulit. Sa tingin ko, okay na ako ngayon. Ayan, pinakikinggan ko yung live ko, sarili ko. Okay na sa tingin ko. Hindi na puputol-putol, no? Ayan, antabay lang tayo. Ayan, mag-i-start na. Ayan. Yes, okay na po, Ma'am May Joy. Ay, Ma'am May Joy, congratulations po pala, Narinig ko yung boses niyo doon sa live ni Boss Hulo nung nakaraan. Ayan. Wala akong makitang comment sa StreamYard. No? Bad. Naglolo ko ang StreamYard. Hello, test mic, test. Okay, okay. Hello, hello, test mic, test. Ate Gloria Adams, good evening po sa inyo dyan. Shout out po Ate Gloria Adams. Shout out po. Tungkol saan ang hearing nila sa Senate partner? Last time, Sir Jack Sparrow, ang hearing is tungkol dun sa sugar eh. Yung hinihear nila sa Blue Ribbon Committee, yung tungkol dun sa importation, yung mga nasa na mga hoarding, mga nag-hoard. Hindi ako sure kung itutuloy pa nila yun o meron silang panibagong tatalakayin po, no? Pero ang i-cover, ang ipo-broadcast ngayon, i-broadcast ko is about dun sa Blue Ribbon Committee hearing po ito. Blue Ribbon Committee. Yan. Agal Akala ko mag-i-start na.
Relative to the privilege speech of the Senate President concerning the Sugar Order number 4 is hereby resumed and the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is now called to order. We recognize the presence of Senator Hontiveros physically, as well as the presence of the chairman of the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendments and Revision of Law, Senator Robin Hood Padilla, as well as some of the other colleagues, perhaps virtually present. May we ask the Committee Secretary to recognize the new persons who just attended today. We
Manalangin tayo. Panginoong Diyos, itinataas namin ang iyong pangalan. Pinapupurihan at pinasasalamatan ka namin sa lahat ng iyong mga ginawa at pagpapala. Salamat sa panibagong araw na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin. At sa oras na ito, kami ay muling natipon. Gabayanin niyo po kami sa aming mga gawain. Bigyan mo po kami ng talino at lakas upang magampanan po namin ang aming mga tungkulin. Buksan mo po ang aming isip at puso sa mga bagong kaalaman na aming matututunan. At nawa ay maging kagamit-gamit ang mga ito sa aming buhay at sa pagtulong sa aming kapwa. Ikaw po nawa ang maluwalhati sa lahat ng aming katagumpayan sa araw na ito. Ito't lamang po ang dalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
Secretary, can you proceed?
Your Honor, if I may. Tell it down, please. These people are here for the first time, Mr. Chairman. From the Bureau of Customs, Yogi Philemon Ruiz.
We recognize the arrival of Senator J. Please proceed.
From the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Yogi Philemon Ruiz, Acting Commissioner. He is accompanied by Attorney Teddy Sandy Esraval, Deputy Commissioner Enforcement Group, Attorney Edward James D. Buko, Deputy Commissioner Assessment and Operations Coordinating Group, Attorney Salvador Gregorio Largosa. From the Office of the Government Corporate Counsel, Mr. Chairman, The Deputy Government Corporate Council OIC is represented by Attorney Manuel F. Santos Jr., Government Corporate Attorney, and Attorney Christine Camille de Vera Baguio, Government Corporate Attorney. From the Philippine International Trading Corporation, Miss Amy Liza Perez Chong, President and CEO, and Miss Josefina Batin Ocampo, OIC Department Manager, Management Services. Those are the new ones, Mr. Chair.
Point of order,
Can
Mr.
you-
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Senator recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, nung nakaraang hearing po,
I made a motion to recall the Executive Secretary
and to require his presence during the next hearing, which is this morning. That motion was seconded, Mr. Chair. No objection was interposed. So may I please know the status of the said motion, Mr. Chair?
Thank you, Senator Veros. For the record, this representation was about to proceed with some administrative housekeeping matters. The good executive we are having this committee hearing. We will again issue another invitation to attend the next hearing. I agreed that that was a manifestation, a motion made by Senator Rizon, seconded by Senator De La Rosa. We required the Secretary to be present, but because of that cabinet meeting, I think because of the holiday yesterday, they scheduled the cabinet meeting today. So we will invite him again. We recognize the arrival of Senator Tulfo. Morning, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I thank the Chair for his assurance that the Executive Secretary will be invited to the next meeting. Just for the record, Mr. Chair, regrettable na yung cabinet meeting na dahilan kung bakit pagkatapos ng presentation nila nung unang hearing ay umalis ka agad si ES, hindi na natin natanong ng ating mga tanong. Ngayon yun ulit yung dahilan kung bakit wala sila rito. I'm really holding on to the assurance of the Chair that he will be required to attend the next hearing. Or would it even be possible, Mr. Chair, to request, invite the executive? Was he even invited pala, Mr. Chair? I don't see him as having been invited. Parang wala po sa guest list.
We invited him, and I was informed last night through other sources that a cabinet meeting is forthcoming.
I understand, Mr. Chair.
We do that via in a different manner, not through the usual course of communication being sent by the COMSEC, Your Honor.
However, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, I recall that in the previous hearing, and the transcript of that hearing will bear me out, that the Chair actually said, quote, the Blue Ribbon Committee will require the presence of the Executive Secretary during the next hearing. Would it be possible kaya, Mr. Chair, tulad ng iniutos ng Chair para sa Committee of Mr. former Administrator Serafica in the first hearing, to invite the ES to follow to the hearing later today pagkatapos ng kanilang cabinet meeting? Posible kaya yon, Mr. Chair?
We attempt, just like the tail end manifestation of Senator Jinggoy Estrada, and the records will bear that out, subject to the availability of the good executive secretary. So the committee secretary is directed to make a follow-up invitation to the good executive secretary today, in case the cabinet meeting would be terminated earlier than the Blue Ribbon Committee hearing.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
The committee secretary is on the record. We proceed with the other administrative matters. Senator Raffy Tulfo requested the presence of the Bureau of Customs. I think the Bureau of Customs chief is here. Or COMSEC, nandito ba siya?
Yes, Your Honor. He is
Thank
here,
you,
Your
thank
Honor,
you.
accompanied by 3 others.
You
Your
may be
Honor.
seated. Senator Amy Marcos requested the presence of the newly appointed SRA board members and officers. I was informed yesterday, for the record, that all the newly appointed SRA members were infected by COVID-19. All 3 of them. nakakapagtaka naman, nagtataka kayo, nagtataka rin ako. So sabay-sabay sila nagka-COVID, but 2 of them would be attending online and 1 is quarantined in a farm without connectivity. Senator Amy Marcos likewise requested the Office of the Government Corporate Council to be invited. I think they are here right now. Number 6, Senator Ronald De La Rosa requested the Philippine International Trading Corporation, PITC, to be invited. I heard that they are here. And then that's about it. Committee Secretary, can you administer the oath to those who just arrived today?
For those who are here for the first time, kindly stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Kindly nod your head to say yes. Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, they all nodded their heads.
Again, before we proceed, let me flash on the screen some items that we have tackled before, which this committee would consider as established facts. I think we have 4 slides to show. Ito po yung napatunayan na, para nang sa ganon ay papunta na po tayo doon sa mga papatunayan pa. I have 5 slides here. Can we flash that on the screen now? Comsec? Can we flash that? Can you enlarge that? Para yung mga bagong dating na witnesses, resource persons would be guided accordingly, as well as the members of the committee, the Blue Ribbon Committee. So next slide. Who is holding the slides? Pakita nga natin yung number 1. Number 1? Or are we now in number? Yes, number. So ito po yung first hearing. Nagkaroon po tayo ng timeline na print naman, nabigay sa other members of the committee, the narration of dates by the Executive Secretary, Victor Rodriguez, the updates from the Agri Committee, etc., etc. So these are established. Can we have number 4? Number 4 are the established facts. Number 4. Next slide. Can we do this fast? Ito po, number 1. Pinaghalo-halo nyo yung slides, pati ako naguluhan. Dapat Comsec, nagre-rehearse din kayo. So, established tayo. Can we have number 1? Can we have number 1 again? Can we have the previous slide? Comsec, can you replace the one who is doing this slide roll? Parang hindi niya kabisado to. You are delaying the proceedings. Yeah, on July 15, established na natin to. July 15, E.S. Rodriguez issued a memorandum designating Yusek Sebastian. Meron na tayo niyan. We have the documents. The committee has the documents to show that. On July 29, the SRA submitted to the President BBM, a memorandum regarding the request for reclassification of C or reserved sugar to B. We have established that. May kopya tayo nun. Kung walang kopya, itong pinipresent natin ngayon, Comsec, can you provide this to the other members of the committee? Itong mga red lang, yung established, para hindi magulo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can we go to number 4? In another meeting in Malacanang, this was also established, Yusek Sebastian informed ES, this is part of the timeline submitted by ES, as of August 3, SRA board has already approved the reclassification of sugar from C to B. Number 5, on August 4, ES Rodriguez instructed SRA to submit an importation plan and draft sugar order for their proposed 300,000 metric tons. New round of importation. Tanggap na po yan. Established na natin yan na nag-request for another 300,000. On August 5, Yusek Sebastian submitted to the Office of the President a memo for the second importation for 300,000. This has reference to number 5. Attached to the said memo is draft sugar order number 4, but no import plan was submitted. Contrary to the directive of the Executive Secretary. Dandan lang. Number 7. The August 5 memo mentioned that the SRA board shall meet to approve the recommended volume and that the attached draft sugar order is for reference and review of the President. Number 8, Yusek Sebastian sent a text message to E.S. Rodriguez on August 7 to follow up on OP. OP is Office of the President action on memo submitted. E.S. Rodriguez did not give an answer. That's established. Number 9, Yusek Sebastian together with then SRA Administrator Serafica, who is here present, and SRA board member signed SO number 4 without waiting for any action or approval from the Office of the President. Yusek Sebastian, according to his sworn statement, was the last to sign SO number 4. Kaya yung mga resource persons na naririto, huwag nyo nang guluhin ito. Ito na yung lumabas nung huling hearing. Nandito rin po ito sa inyong mga affidavits. Ito na po yung na-establish natin. Number 10, SO number 4 was issued based on a referendum of then incumbent SRA board members and without a board meeting actually being conducted. Nag-referendum lang kayo. Papatunayan po ulit natin mamaya yan with a corroborative statement coming from the person, Mr. Antes, who was the one responsible for the referendum. Siya yung nag-ikot ng papel. Number 11, Yusek Sebastian affixed his customary signature over the typewritten name of the President and inserted one-word notation, quote-unquote, for, to indicate that he was signing for the President who was then, and still now, acting as the Agriculture Secretary. Established na yan. May dokumento tayo dyan. And these are public records. Number 12, the SRA Administrator, Mr. Serafica, who is here, admitted that he personally prepared SO number 4 together with his staff. Established na rin yan because the legal department and other assistant administrators were not aware of SO number 4 before. We go to number 13. Other SRA officials present in the 23 August 22 Blue Ribbon hearing last week confirmed that no consultations within the agency were made prior to the issuance of SO number 4. Number 14, President BBM disapproved SO number 4 on 10 August 2022. Public knowledge po yan. Nasa dyaryo po yan. Number 15, SO number 4 was already published in the website of SRA but was subsequently deleted when it was disapproved by the President of the Philippines. Nandun po yan sa mga affidavits ninyo at nawala rin po sa website ng SRA. Number 16, Yusek Sebastian resigned on August 11. SRA Administrator Serafica resigned on August 10, 2022, which was accepted on August 15, and board member Attorney Beltran resigned on 14 August 2022. Former board member Beltran, is he here? Can you please be seated? Na-administer na naman yung oath mo. You were absent last time because of COVID, but or an ailment, but thank you for being present today. Can we go to number 17? On August 20, 2022, President BBM appointed a new administrator as well as 2 new board members, thereby replacing the entire SRA board. We invited them all. Yung 3 bagong appoint, nagka-COVID lahat. But 2 of them are virtually present. Number 18, the provisions of SO number 3 and number 4 are not identical. We established that. Those are public documents. SO number 3 speaks of non-assignment. SO number 4 speaks of assignment. SO number 3 speaks of performance bond. SO number 4 is silent on performance bond. We now go to number 19. On various dates, the Bureau of Customs, upon order of the President, conducted raids on sugar warehouses in different parts of the country. Bulacan, Subic, Pampanga, Silang Cavite, Bukidnon, Manila, among others. Nandito ngayon ang Bureau of Customs. Yan ang mga tatanungin sa inyo mamaya. BOC, please be prepared. Is there a number 19? Wala na? What do we intend to establish today? Can we go to that slide? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The context and justification for issue SO number 4. Can we flash that on the screen? Can we flash that on the screen? Ito po yung gusto nating malaman ngayon. Itong 1, 2, 3, whether or not there was a genuine sugar shortage to justify SO4. Number 2, whether or not sugar industry groups were consulted prior to the issuance of SO4. Number 3, whether or not the sugar industry personalities were misled to believe that the President wants SO4 to be issued to address a national emergency. And last 3 questions, kaya nandito yung OGCC, the legal authority to issue SO number 4. Can we have that slide? Can we have that slide? Number 1 question is whether or not Yusek Sebastian and other members of the SRA board had legal authority to issue SO4. Although natanong na yan on last hearing. Number 2, whether or not Yusek Sebastian was authorized to sign SO4 pursuant to the July 15 ES memorandum. Although natanong na rin yan ni Senator Hontiveros and Senator Cayetano. Number 3, hindi pa ito natatanong, nadaplisan ko lang ito, whether or not there was a valid corporate action. We intend to resolve those 6 questions. But of course, my colleagues will have tail-end questions relative to the previous hearing. We intend to have a very substantive discussion and investigation today and in the order of arrival. First to arrive would be the chairman of the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Senator Cynthia Villar, at 8:17 a.m., Senator Marcos at 8:30 a.m., Senator Go at 8:36 a.m. Thereafter, physically, it will be Senator Hontiveros, Senator JV, Senator Robin Hood Padilla, Senator Tulfo, unless I see other persons here present. May we now ask Senator Cynthia Villar to proceed with the questioning. Senator Villar, are you still virtually present? Ma'am? Naka-on ba si Comsec, si Senator Villar? Senator Villar? Senator Villar, please proceed. If Senator Villar is not yet ready, we can ask Senator Amy Marcos. Senator Marcos? Senator Marcos, virtually ready now? Senator Amy Marcos? Senator Marcos is not yet ready. We can proceed with Senator Bongo. Senator Bongo? If Senator Bongo is not yet ready, we can proceed with those physically present. We start with Senator Risa Hontiveros. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Tanungin ko po muna please si Dr. Sebastian, dating Yusek Sebastian. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Good morning, ma'am.
Dating Yusek. Yes, sir. Sir, news reports say that certain quarters are mulling criminal and or administrative cases against you. However, you told this Blue Ribbon Committee na you proceeded in good faith. Ano po ang nagpapaniwala sa inyo na si Presidente at si ES na inaasahan ko talagang makarating sa hearing natin ngayong umaga, what made you believe that they, the President and the ES, were supportive of the information, of the importation? Sorry.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Madam Senator. Good morning.
Kuya Burns, hello. Shout out po. Good morning. Shout out.
There were the sugar shortage, supply shortage is greatly manifested by the rising price of sugar in the market, Your Honor. And this was already giving a lot of concern from different sectors, from the private sector, from the industry, and even from the other departments of government. They were already expressing their concern. And this was tackled during our meeting in Malacanang on August 1, 2022. That
So
was
yun po
presided.
yung binanggit ni Chair sa established facts.
Yes,
Yung
Your Honor.
pulong nung August
August
1, nung binrief ninyo, mga dating liderato ng SRA, si Presidente tungkol
Not-
sa sugar situation.
Not just SRA officials, Your Honor, because this was a DA meeting with the President. So there were other people present, like other officials of the Department of Agriculture, Your Honor.
Who other officials were there, Doctor?
The Undersecretary for Policy and Planning was there, Undersecretary Mercy Sombilia. The SRA Administrator was there. The PCA Administrator was also there. Administrator Benji Madrigal. The President of Land Bank was also there, Your Honor.
Salamat, sir. So at the end of that meeting, with all of those agriculture officials present, kasama na po kayong mga dating liderato ng SRA, nakausap nyo si Presidente. ES was there, of course, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
So-
Only Administrator Sarapica was there, Your Honor. The other members of the board were not
I see.
there.
So at the end po of that meeting, ano po yung nagbuo ng conviction ninyo na both the President and the ES supported importation of sugar?
There were two things that the President wanted us to act fast, Your Honor, and which he expressed during that meeting. That is one, the reclassification. We have to do it as soon as possible. Reclassification from reserve to domestic use of sugar. Then second is the need to augment our local supplies through importation. And
Was that explicitly said by the President?
yes, Your Honor, that was one of the part of the briefing that SRA Administrator gave, and also the President agreed that there's a need to consider that. In fact, Administrator Sarapica was given instruction to start preparing a sugar importation program, Your Honor. And then
And the ES was at that meeting kung saan sinabi ni Presidente, pangalawa sa gusto niyang gawin ninyo kaagad sa SRA ay i-supplement yung supply through importation.
yes, Your Honor.
Sumuporta ba si ES sa ganong sinabi ni Presidente or may binigay silang ibang opinion?
There were no objection to the importation program, Your Honor. I did not hear any objection or any
With the permission of
reservation.
Senator Taveros.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
We recognize the arrival of Senator De La Rosa as well as the virtual presence of Senator Pimentel. I saw his face a while ago. But before you proceed, liwanagin ko lang ito Doon sa with the indulgence of Senator Ontiveros.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Doon po sa testimony yung statement ni Executive Secretary, and I'm referring to his previous appearance here. Ang sinabi niya, ang gusto raw po ay 62,000 kilos. Kayo naman, ang sinasabi nyo dun sa affidavit nyo, 62,826.6 metric tons. Para magkaiba po yung 62,000 kilos at 62,826 metric tons. So alin po yung tama dito?
That is the reclassification, Your Honor. So I think in my affidavit, we also attached the document that supports it. So it's just the exact figure. Your
Pareho
Honor.
ba yung 62,000 kilos sa metric tons?
Based on document, I quoted the exact number, Your Honor. So it's 62,800 something.
So mali si ES, sinasabi mo ngayon. Si ES, 62,000 kilos. Ikaw, 62,826 metric
Yes, Your Honor,
tons. Alin
because-
na mas marami doon?
The one that I quoted is based on the document itself, Your Honor. So that's
So
exactly.
sinasabi mo ngayon, mali si Executive Secretary.
I don't know, Your Honor, where
You were here when he testified. And I'm referring Senator Ontiveros to the statement of the good Executive Secretary that it was 62,000 kilos. The transcript will bear me out. So
Yes, Mr. Chair.
can the transcript be given to Senator Ontiveros. So, sinasabi mo na ngayon, Yusek Sebastian, mali si ES?
I'm not saying that, Your Honor, but what I'm saying is
Pareho
that
ba yung ano? Pareho ba yung 62,000 kilos sa 62,000 metric tons?
no, Your Honor. But what I'm saying in my affidavit is that I'm citing the exact figure based on the document that was
So, may
provided.
nagkamali dito. Isa lang dito ang tatama, di ba?
Maybe the ES was
Typographical.
just giving a rough
Estimate.
estimate, Your Honor, not exactly the number.
So, ikaw yung correct.
Based on document, Your Honor, that is what.
Thank you, Senator Ontiveros.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. To continue, former Yusek Sebastian. So, tama po ba yung conclusion ko sa mga sinabi so far na naniwala kayo, inakala ninyo na supportive si Presidente sa importation dahil sinabi nila na one of the two things he wants the SRA to do ay i-supplement yung current supply through importation at naniwala kayo, inakala ninyo na supportive CES sa importation dahil hindi sila nag-object sa ganong sinabi ni Presidente. Tama po
Yes,
ba?
Your Honor. And in addition to that, there was also the August 4 meeting where I got the feedback, although I was not in that meeting, I got the feedback from Administrator Serapica when he emailed me that he was instructed to actually draft the sugar importation program.
Okay. So,
by the President, Your Honor. And if you are instructed to draft the sugar importation program, Your Honor, that means you are already aware that there's an importation that has been planned, or even the number that is supposed to be imported is they've already been informed about it, Your Honor.
okay, we'll get to the numbers a little later po. Pero obviously, no, kung pinadadraft si Mr. Serafica ng plano or programa para sa sugar importation, pabor ang pagtingin sa importation, hindi kontra. That's just common sense. Salamat, Doctor. Dr. Sebastian, ayon kay Executive Secretary sa iba't ibang news reports, quote, sa kanila to, we found out about it only when my staff reported that the SRA posted the order, so SO4, SRA posted the order on its website, close quote. Pero sa kanilang statement dito naman sa Senado, sabi nila, quote, on August 10, Wednesday, after the meeting in the State Dining Room of Malacanang, we learned that the SRA, through Yusek Leo Sebastian, passed a resolution approving Sugar Order Number 4. Close quote. Sa inyo naman pong affidavit, Doctor, sabi nyo, I personally informed the President that the SRA Board approved the 300,000 metric tons sugar importation via referendum. To my surprise, the President disapproved of my action and the Board's approval of Sugar Order Number 4, and he informed me that we should recall the order, close quote. So, at this point, medyo nalilito ako, Dr. Sebastian. Sino ang tama? Did Malacanang really find out about the order only on the website, or did you report it personally?
Your Honor, there is a timeline there that I indicated, which is 3:51, the exact time that, based on my phone log, that I called Administrator Serapica to report the disapproval of the President and request him to recall the publication of the SO4, Your Honor. So,
pero sir, yan po yung pagbawi na. Pero
Yes,
ang
yeah.
tanong ko po ay, parang yung tanong kanina, isa lang ang pwedeng tama. Nalaman lang ba talaga ng Malacanang yung or SO4 sa website, or kayo ba yung personally nag-ulat nito kay Presidente?
I'm not aware of the timeline that was presented by the ES, Your Honor. But what I know is the timeline that I talked to the President after the meeting with the fertilizer companies, Your Honor.
So yung unang pag-alam ni Presidente dito sa Sugar Order 4 ay galing sa inyo, hindi sa website lang ng SRA. Personally sinabi nyo kay Presidente.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
I
salamat.
informed the President that that we have already approved the 300,000 metric tons sugar importation. And just like in my affidavit, I was surprised that he was not in agreement, Your Honor.
All right. And by the way po, tinanggap po ba yung resignation nyo?
As of now, Your Honor, I've been informed that I am on a preventive suspension for 90 days.
So hindi po tinanggap or hindi pa tinatanggap yung resignation nyo?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So preventive suspension, did you say, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Preventive suspension.
With the
So-
permission of Senator
Yes, Mr.
Rivera,
Chair.
Can you provide this committee with a copy of your preventive suspension as required by civil service rules? It has to be in writing.
It is contained in their charge sheet, Your Honor, because they also charged me. If I
So my
will-
question is, can you provide, my request is, can you provide the
Yes, Your
committee
Honor.
a copy of your preventive suspension?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Lastly, para sa ngayon sa inyo, Dr. Sebastian, so alam na po natin yung SO4, hindi na itinuloy yun. Pero yung memorandum po dated